Good morning. This is a 411 with Angela Taylor. And this morning, folks, I know you've seen it on some channel over the weekend, the hate groups that took to the streets in Charlottesville, Virginia, and in Seattle, Washington this weekend. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists have been given license by President Donald Trump and his band of white supremacist cronies in the White House. Now, we, the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility, and we've got to demand it. Now, for those of you in the state of Maryland, you have got to pick up your phones or get on your computers and send an email to your state Senate representatives, especially Ben Cardin. His telephone number is 202-224-4524, and Chris Van Hollen's telephone number is 202-224-4654. You have got to call them today and every day. Put these numbers in your phone, and just as you're driving to work or doing whatever it is that you do in the course of the day, you take time between 9 and 3 o'clock and call them and let them know your dissatisfaction with the way that things are playing out in this country. Folks, we have got to stand up. We don't have a choice. This is a matter of life and death. We have got to call our elected representatives. I'm telling you, folks, whether you voted or not, these folks represent you. So you're going to have to let them know your feelings on these very crucial issues today and every day. And I implore you to call your friends, call your family members in this state, in the state of Maryland, and in other states around the country, to ask them to do the same thing. If we don't do this, and if we're not consistent and persistent with this effort, more people are going to die. It may be your kid. Now, I just heard on the news that McAuliffe, the governor of the state of Virginia, said that they were outgunned. That's why the police kind of stepped back at the beginning of the protest. Now, I remember in Ferguson, they weren't outgunned. They had those tanks and those military weapons on the street, ready to turn them on black folks. We cannot let this pass by us. You have got to do something. There is something you can do. Now, I gave you the telephone numbers to the Maryland representatives and on to, the Maryland Senate representatives. And on tomorrow, I'm going to look up Anthony Brown and find out who the other representatives in the state of Maryland are. So you won't even have to, go on your computer and get the information, because I'm giving it to you. Now, for folks in other states, if you want me to get their information, you can send me an email at tilghman54@outlook.com, and I'll be happy to look up the information for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire community rests on us. Now, if you are not part of the solution, you are definitely part of the problem, and I don't want to think that about you guys. So, again, pick up your phones, do something. The worst thing you can do in a situation like this is be guilty of doing nothing. I don't care what your religious background is, because I know that some religions do not support voting. But everything is going to impact each and every one of us, whether you vote or not. You can pick up a phone. You can express your dissatisfaction. You can do that. It's a matter of whether or not you choose to do it. And again, if you are not part of this solution, ladies and gentlemen, you are definitely part of the problem. So that is all for me for this morning. Have a good day, or the best day that you can have. But remember, don't be guilty of doing nothing.